Hi, my name is Ilana. I'm the founder of INC Capital, where we advise our clients on their global citizenship and residency by investment solutions. I want to expand a little bit on a recent video I did about Greece and talk more about how you can include different family members, because this is one of the main questions we ask when we start a consultation process with a client is who do you want to include, how old are they, who's dependent on who, where do they live, and how can we put this whole thing together to work for your family unit. So in the case of Greece, it's one of the very few programs where you can include your parents regardless of age and regardless of whether they are dependent on you. So for instance, if you're a young family, you're in your 30s, your parents are in their 50s, and you have young kids, it's very easy to include all three generations because you can include your spouse, you can include your parents and your in-laws if you want to do that, and you can include your children up to the age of 21. So in the case of parents, let's just go back to them. They do not have to be financially dependent on you. They do not have to be of a certain age. All you have to do is prove that they are your parents or that they are your in-law. So a birth certificate takes care of that requirement. In the case of your children, you can include your children as long as they are younger than 21. And if they are included in the application when they turn 21 and they are still full-time students, you can remain included in the application or keep your residency until the children turn 24. At that point, they will drop out of the program. And depending on where you live and whether you actually are based in Greece at that point, there's different visas that we can use to extend their residency. If you have no intention of ever moving to Greece, then the kids will drop out of the program. So they will lose the benefit when they turn 24. One of the interesting applications of this, I'm just thinking about myself. My son is now 24. So I can't include him in this program. So if I ever wanted to make an investment in Greece and get myself residency there, I could make the investment in my son's name. So I could transfer the money to him, gift it to him, donate it to him, early inheritance. Keep in mind the tax complications of that. But I could make the real estate investment in his name and then include myself as a dependent parent in his application. So that's one way of turning things around. Typically, Greece works well for families that have very young kids because they can then have 10, 15, 20 years of residency benefit. You can include your parents regardless of age. And if you only have one child, or maybe you have two, one of the ways to do it is to turn things around and make the application in the child's name and include yourself. And then you might have to make a second application for the other sibling. You can't pull favors, remember. You have to give the benefit to the whole family. So if you'd like to have a consultation and talk a little bit more about your family structure and how they potentially fit into this program, please drop a comment below. Send us your contact details. I'm very happy to have a consultation with you. Thank you.